What's up guys, so welcome back to the channel. Welcome back for another Pokemon TCG episode wherein we will be talking about card sleeves and deck protectors. Let's go! Okay guys, so on this video we will be talking about card sleeves and deck protectors. So these are the typical things that you need to have in protecting your cards. So without further ado, let's move on to the next camera and I will be showing you some of the things that I use in protecting my cards. Let's go! Okay, so here we go. So these are the card sleeves that I'm using in collecting as well as playing Pokemon TCG. So let's start first with the basic one. So if you're just collecting your cards or just keeping your cards safe from other such as dust and other grimes outside, this is the perfect one that you would like to have. So this is an Ultra Pro card sleeves. This is in standard size and it has a 2.5 by 3.5 size. No PVC or acid free. This is ultra clear and clear fully propylene plastic. So basically these are very common for every card collectors. This or the size of this is pretty much can handle most of the trading cards. I'm not too sure with the NBA because when I use this on my NBA cards, there are times that it doesn't really fit. There are times that thickness is very important as well with these collections of cards. So for Pokemon cards, this Ultra Pro card sleeves is very basic for us. I also have this perfect fit card sleeves. So these perfect fit card sleeves are basically used when double sleeving your cards in play. So this came with on card sleeves such as this one as well. So basically you add perfect fit to your card, then you insert it with another card sleeve just like so. So this one is an example of a card sleeve from a Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box. So this came with the product and most of this are somehow like has designs and very cute designs for this Charmander. And lastly is we have this Dragon Shield deck sleeve. So basically this is very common for Pokemon TCG trainers. They use or we use this one as the main card sleeves for most of our decks or cards, and this has more durability than to the other sleeves that you would like to use when playing the game, since you'll be shuffling your cards, you'll be shuffling it full and so on. So this will protect your cards as well as make it very somehow like easy to shuffle as well. So later on I'll be showing you different decks that has been that I use and has these these different card sleeves on it. So let me just prepare the table and be right back. Okay, so here we go. So I prepared 4 decks here. So let's just talk about how do you prepare your decks or cards when playing. So basically, if you're just starting the game and you are just collecting most of the time, you will be getting these kind of deck sleeves. So these are from the ETBs, just like what he had in the intro video from the Obsidian Flames Elite Trainer box. So you'll be getting this one. It's just the same as to this one. These are from the 151 Elite Trainer box. So you'll be getting that, and most of the time you'll be using that for your deck shield or deck sleeves for gaming or playing the deck. So that's very common and most of the time it works perfectly. It's just that it doesn't somehow like last long. I have played a lot of deck shields using from the Pokemon Center or something like from the ETBs, but it doesn't really last long, and most of the time it does damage when shuffling. So just like this one. So this is a deck sleeve from the Champions Path Elite Trainer box. So this is a the Gigantamax or the VMAX Charizard. As you can see in the inside, what you can see here is actually this part of deck shield. So this deck shield is almost like losing its design or like peeling off like so. That's why it does look like this. So most of these are the same, should I say. So basically in the long term, this design will be peeling off when being played a lot, and for sure it will be ruined through time when playing. So that is why we have these deck shields from Dragon Shield. So Dragon Shield is very popular in most common players or trainers playing Pokemon TCG. I just used this a while ago. That is why I transferred using Dragon Shield, because I somehow like played the deck shields from the ETBs, and I somehow like lose lots of games because of that, since its surface got sticky. I am somehow like a sweaty palms here. So through time when playing, so basically every time we shuffle this one or every time I shuffle, sweat will go through the deck shields as well, so it will somehow like make the deck sticky, and you will not be able to play much better, or somehow like you will not be playing it in the most efficient way, since the surface of your decks are somehow like being stuck all together, or cards are being sticking together just like so. So that is why I opted with Dragon Shield. So this is the basic setup with my Dragon Shield. So I just insert my cards inside the Dragon Shield. So that's the typical way you are protecting your cards when playing. But I also have prepared here two other sets of decks for this video. So these are just the same. They just use, or it's using the Perfect Fit and a Dragon Shield. So why do you use Perfect Fit? So as you can see, you will be protecting the card from the inside while you are inserting it as well onto a deck shield. So it will protect your card much better, or it will make your card much longer, or something like it will not make your card ruin somehow when playing it through time. So that is the purpose of deck sleeving, or double sleeving your cards before putting it on a deck shield. So what's the difference between the two? The only difference between the two is just this one is being inserted from the bottom. So through time, every time you shuffle this one, basically these Dragon Shields got somehow like bacons onto this top of this deck shield. So through time, as of now, I don't have those, for example, since these are just recently inserted, or somehow like it's still new. I just played this for quite some time, and I think it will not go bacon as early as possible, since I'm not too using it as of now. So most common problems with deck shields, just like Dragon Shields or other deck shields, are it goes bacon on the top of this, or the opening of this deck shield. So that is why I thought that to prevent the bacon, or something like to somehow to not get it bacon early, is deck shielding it from the bottom like so. So when you shuffle, sorry for that, when you shuffle, when you riffle shuffle, the one that touching your cards are the one that is the closed part of the deck shield. I think that is why this deck shields got bacon, because of when you riffle shuffle, or when you shuffle just like so, when you shuffle it with the opening on top, that is why it's somehow like making the creases, or something like it will affect the waves of this part of this deck shield. I'm not too sure if you're getting this clearly on the camera, but yeah, I think I am thinking it something like it affects on to how you shuffle this one. So I usually do riffle shuffle, and sometimes I do this one as well, but I think the one that makes your deck shield bacon is the riffle shuffle, since you'll just be forcing it to do something like that. Unlike to this one, since the opening is at the bottom, then when you refill shuffle, it will be only touching those part of the deck that is hard. Since it doesn't have the opening, I think it will prevent the bacon, but for sure it will go bacon as well through time. But I think in terms of the longevity of the way this deck shield will go bacon is, I think this one has better, or something like it will go with like 2 to 3 months over the 2 to 3 months with these deck shields that I have. But I think since I'm not playing this much, I usually train online since we don't have a play group here in my city. So I think it will still last long. It's just that it's somehow like has scratches already because I've been playing this or shuffling this. Okay guys, so there you go. So we finally had a video about deck protecting, the deck shields that I use, and you choose your poison. So I have here the Ultra Pro standard deck shield, or something like a card sleeve. So these are common for collectors since you would like to protect your cards with this kind of deck sleeves or card sleeves. You can also have perfect fit for collecting, but most of the time I use this one for preparing it with my decks. So I do double sleeves sometimes if I'm not busy, but most of the time I do have it on my deck as well. And you can have this one as well since you are supposed to be collecting Pokemon cards, or you are collecting Pokemon cards. You're typically being something like buying those ETBs, so you'll be having this kind of deck shields. So you can also use this one. It's just that this is prone to damaging it. A few games, should I say, maybe 4 to 8 games, I think the deck shields from these ETBs is already damaged. And of course you have the Dragon Shield. Dragon Shield is very much popular to those gamers or those players playing Pokemon TCG, and I really love this one. Maybe you can have the matte. It has also the glossy one, but I think the most popular nowadays with these Dragon Shields are the double matte. It has both sides are matte, I think so. So I think that's all for this video. If you like the video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel because we still have more of this, and notify yourself every time we have a new upload. For lang. Pataas. Bye.